Hey guys, welcome back. It's Armando Torres here again, and in this video I am going to be doing a double unboxing, or should I say I will be doing one unboxing and my girlfriend is actually going to be doing an unboxing of her own. So it's my very first double unboxing. She actually got me a watch totally out of nowhere, and I'm super excited to be checking it out. Now, I will be doing a wrist check, but the reason that I'm wearing this watch is because she did give me technically three hints about the watch itself. So one was more or less an estimate on the price. She told me more or less how much she spent on it. 2, she told me it was sapphire crystal. And 3, the most telling was that it is actually a titanium watch. So I'm wearing this watch for that exact reason, because I might not be wearing it as much anymore. And I'm actually glad I did, because it's a blue face watch and I'm wearing a blue shirt, and that's intentional. But also, she's wearing a blue shirt today, which I thought was hilarious. So yeah, so we're going to get into it. We're going to go ahead and do the double unboxing, and ladies first. So I'll throw this over to her and she will do her unboxing. Before we get to the unboxing, guys, I very quickly wanted to go over what my girlfriend was wearing on her wrist this day. It is a very classy, very elegant Tissot Powermatic 80 Mother of Pearl ladies dress watch. And it's a very, very beautiful watch, guys. It comes supplied with this white leather band, which is that kind of butterfly deploying clasp that is starting to become more common on leather dress watches. But the real star of this show is the dial. Ironically, she purchased this with the intentions of replacing that band later on. She hasn't done so yet, but I think it looks good either way. It's a very fresh summer watch. But not only is this a very attractive watch, it also has a lot of specs going for it. Not only is it her first Swiss-made watch, but the applied indices are real diamonds inside. It has an 80-hour power reserve, sapphire crystal, only 50 meters of water resistance, but it does have the date window, and that COSC certification is really awesome, means it's going to be very accurate. The dimensions are great as well. It's a 33mm case, under 10 mil thick, and 18mm lugs for a great wear on her wrist. So she just got started collecting watches, and now we're going to take a look at what she got to sort of round out her collection. She's got a couple Citizen Eco drives, she's got a Seiko automatic, a Swiss-made Tissot that you guys just saw, and now let's take a look at what she got from Joma Shop. This watch retails for about $600. It's not what she paid, especially when you buy Joma Shop, you are getting lower prices, but she only got this watch because the men's version of this watch, which by the way I think more watches should have lady equivalents, like there should be lady versions of the watch that aren't just pink. But this watch here, it's, as you can see, it's another Tissot. The men's version of this watch was very cheap not that long ago. Seemingly overnight, the men's version just disappeared, and if you can find it, it costs about $500 now, where you used to be able to get it for about $200. But anyways, she is going to take a look, and as you guys can see, it is the Tissot PR100. It's a very, very nice watch as well, guys. Tissot makes very nice watches. It does draw a lot of inspiration seemingly from Rolex with that sort of polished bezel. It's a very, very nice watch. It's slightly thicker than her dress watch that she showed at the beginning. This one does have the bracelet and steel pressed clasp. It also has the exhibition case back, which is really nice. You get to see that Powermatic 80 movement on the inside. It is very decorated as well. It has that nice decorum of sort of like a rose on the inside, which is very, very nice. It's also pretty dressy. You do have the polished center links. You can see the tags right here, but the polished center links are very, very dressy in the sense, but still has that tooly aesthetic to it. So you saw her remove that butterfly clasp that I mentioned earlier, and this is pretty much what it's going to look like on wrist before it's sized. We'll size it up, of course, and take a look and see what it looks like on her wrist. And honestly, I think it looks really, really good. You can see that second hand sweeping away in there, 6 ticks of the second hand per second, as opposed to the traditional 8. So it's not as smooth sweeping, but it does have that 80 hours of power reserve as opposed to like 36 or so, which is nice, which is really, really nice. It means you could put it away for a couple days and still take it out and it would be running. The second hand does have that famous Tissot T counterbalance, and the date down there at the 6 o'clock, Powermatic 80 above that, and the PR100 logo as well. Tissot 1853 at the top, and it's very nice, guys. It's a very, very nice watch. Again, borrowing a lot of inspiration from a Rolex Datejust or a Oyster Perpetual style watch, but it's not a bad thing. I think that Tissot does enough to make it its own by putting the date down there at the 6 o'clock, and by that T counterbalance. It's not a direct rip-off or copy. It draws inspiration, but it's its own unique thing for sure. And it's very beautiful. They do it very well. That polished bezel might acquire scratches over time, but that's a small price to pay, especially for like a dress watch. You want a dress watch that looks nice, is pretty shiny, I guess. That polished surfaces aren't a bad thing necessarily on dress watches. If you were looking more at like a tool watch, then you can see why you wouldn't want a polished bezel on a tool watch, but I think that it looks very, very nice. That polished bezel that some people might not like, I personally think looks really, really good, especially at this angle. But a very, very nice watch, guys. Swiss made. Tissot obviously knows what they're doing. They have very, very great pieces. I would have purchased this watch myself if the men's version was readily available. It's not readily available anymore. I don't know why. It used to be available all the time for around $200. Only place I can find it now is like Nordstrom Rack for like $450 or $500, which is like, it's nice, but it sucks knowing that you could have had the watch for $200 instead of double that. So yeah, that's the only reason I'm not pulling the trigger on this. If it becomes readily available for that same price, around the $200 mark, I will pick it up. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna have to live vicariously through my girlfriend as she enjoys her very, very beautiful Tissot PR100. What do you guys think about women's watches? Do you guys have any thoughts on them? Do you guys enjoy seeing about them? Me personally, I enjoy talking about watches with my girlfriend, and through looking for watches for her, personally I've found that there are not very many watches readily available for women to purchase like there are for men, and the ones that are available seem to be very, very over the top feminine watches instead of being sort of like the men's watches in terms of their design, but just smaller or slight femininity added to it instead of just going completely over the top. But those are just my thoughts, and I really like seeing there seems to be more women's watches coming out, and I'm really happy about that. And yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on women's watches as a whole. But what are your thoughts, guys? Let me know in the comment section down below. Moving on to my unboxing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that unboxing of a ladies Tissot PR100. This is what I am wearing on my wrist, and again, it is very purposeful why I chose to wear this watch today. One, because of the blue dial again, and it matches my shirt, and coincidentally, my girlfriend was also wearing a blue shirt today. It was like we were matching unintentionally. But she got me a watch that, again, matches the specifications of this watch. So it is a watch with a sapphire crystal made of titanium, and yeah, so it very much compares to this watch. Now I've worn this watch for quite a bit, and I actually really like it, so it probably is gonna have some competition now that I am getting a watch that again has very similar specs. But yeah, I've been wearing this watch. It kind of checks the box for me for a blue kind of sports watch, but it's very affordable. Cost me like $100 and some odd dollars, like around the $100 mark. I can't remember now. I have an unboxing of this watch if you guys want to check it out. It is on my channel. I'll leave it in the description below as well. And yeah, make sure to let me know what you guys think of this watch and what you think of the watch that I am about to unbox right now. Alrighty, so now that my lady unboxed her watch and is totally happy with it, now it's time for me to be totally happy with the watch that she got me. So again, it is a gift from her, so I have no idea what's inside here, but we are going to take a look and I am super excited. Also using a different box cutter because apparently mine is ugly. So she got me this one, which conveniently matches my shirt. So here we go. Bam. That was easy. Pretty good box cutter. Let's see what we see in here. It is a piece of Citizen paper. Just kidding, it's a Citizen and this is a paper, which is why I said that. So it's a Citizen titanium watch, huh? With sapphire crystal, similar to the one that I have on right now. So it is a Citizen Eco Drive. So here we go. It's this, of course, standard Citizen box in here. It's a circular one as opposed to a box one. All right, so let's see. Here we go. Silicone gel. We'll remove that. Haven't taken a look at the watch yet. Surprise unboxing. Here we go. Ooh, fancy. Okay, let's see here. So Citizen Eco Drive Titanium. There looks to be a very nice texturing on that dial. And rose gold hands. It's out of battery. It's taking 2 away. But that's no problem because these things run on light. And as long as there will be light, there will be charge. Eco Drive Titanium. I like it. I like it. Ooh, this thing is super light. This thing is super light. It's titanium. It's super light though. Ooh, it's so light. That's pretty thin too. So here is the watch on my wrist, and as you guys can see, this thing is very, very classy. It's very, very classy. It's got the rose gold applied indices. I think it's an applied logo as well. Eco Drive and titanium down there above the 6 o'clock. And don't mind the ticking every 2 seconds on the second hand. This watch has probably been inside its box for a long time. Basically, when a Citizen watch is ticking 2 times or once every 2 seconds, then that means it is low on battery. All it means is that you need to put this thing under a light or out in the sun and it will start ticking as it should. Date window right there at the 3 o'clock, You've got a kind of a textured dial as well. Not sure if that textured dial is coming across, but it looks very, very nice underneath that sapphire crystal. So this is a sapphire crystal Citizen, which is always awesome. You get a tremendous amount of value for the money when it comes to Citizen, especially with that EcoDrive technology. They are very, very classy pieces, and I have more Citizen watches than any other watches because I really do think that the value is just there. And they usually come in really, really nice looking cases, bracelets, etc. This bracelet, of course, being made from titanium, as well as the entirety of this watch is made of titanium, so it's a very light watch. 42 millimeter, as you can see, it fits my wrist pretty well. As you can see, it covers the entirety of my wrist without any overlap, so that's a really good size. This is a 42 millimeter case. Lug to lug, we'll go ahead and see what the lug tip to lug tip is. So it's pretty much 48 millimeters lug tip to lug tip, which is a good size. The case, as I said, is 42 millimeters. The bracelet, I believe, is down to 19.5, pretty much 20, tapering down to 18. Back up to 21, and yeah, I think it's a very nice fitting watch. We'll go ahead and see what the thickness of it is. It is 11 mil thick as well, so very wearable sizes and dimensions on this watch. I think that it looks absolutely fantastic. It's a very fancy kind of dressy piece, but it's also got a sort of wearability factor where it seems very tough. The fact that it is titanium construction as well is very nice because it's light and durable and strong. And as you can see, the curvature of those lugs makes this a very, very wearable case size. Sapphire crystal, dead flat sapphire crystal on there. And yeah, we also have a crown with no branding. Honestly, Citizen almost never brands their watches. Almost never. I don't even know if I own a Citizen watch, which again, Citizen is the watch that I own the most. I own the more Citizens than any other brand, and I don't think any of them are signed crowns, except maybe my Drive series watch, which has a D on the crown. But yeah, all in all, I think that this is a very, very nice watch. I love it. Like I said, it was a gift from my girlfriend, so I think she really knocked it out of the park with this one. As I already mentioned, you got kind of a textured dial in the center. Date window at the 3 o'clock, which is white as opposed to black, which honestly, I don't mind that at all. It makes it very, very easy to read. And yeah, I like this bracelet as well. On top that it's titanium, it's also got a nice taper to it, which I think is very, very nice. And it also has this kind of polishing in between the center links, so that's interesting. Personally, I am not too big on polish on the bracelet. I think my Seiko has which was also gifted to me by my girlfriend, but I think my Seiko also has kind of this kind of polishing in between the center links. So honestly, it gets away with it because it's walking a very fine line between dressy and tooly, but I really think that this is going to be a very nice everyday style watch. So very grateful for this watch, definitely. Citizen branded right there. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I believe I already showed how it looks like on wrist. I'll throw it on again as I sign off. So there it is on wrist one more time, guys, before I sign off. And honestly, I got a very, very comfortable fit. My current Citizen titanium watch, it doesn't fit as good as this watch, and I'm not really sure why. I think maybe the bracelet is a little bit bigger. This one's a little bit more precise. Same amount of micro adjusts, which is only 2 micro adjusts. Only 2 micro adjusts on this watch, which would be a major disappointment, except again, I got a really good fit on this watch. My current Citizen Titanium, I actually have to wear a little loose because removing one link and putting it on the loosest micro adjust is still too tight. So I add a link and put it on the tightest micro adjust, which fits nice. It's just a little bit loose. This one fits a lot more precise. So I really like the fit overall on this watch right off the bat. And titanium makes it really light, sapphire makes it really durable, and yeah, I think that all in all, I think this watch walks a very fine line and pulls it off very well, and I am a big fan of this watch and I love it very much. So yeah, there you go guys. Thank you for watching my double unboxing of this Citizen Titanium sapphire water resistance. That's another thing, water resistance 100 meters, and it's got a little bit of lume right there. So this is the lume on the Citizen. It's got lume on the hands and little dots of lume at the applied indices everywhere else. So definitely legible lume, definitely really workable. And yeah, I think that blue is a nice hue. It's very nice. So that is all for this double unboxing, my first double unboxing on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I do intend to make a couple of videos with female watches as well, ladies watches, and I've got a lot of content coming up for you guys, so definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Follow me on Instagram at Mondo the Watch Guy. And I have great content coming up for you guys very soon, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. And until next time guys, take care.